I want to show you the ticket check-in app. Before I bring that up on the screen, so if any of you have used the race day check-in app for RunSignup, it was built on that same technology and looks very similar. It's available for iOS and Android devices. It's free on app stores. You can look up tickets two different ways. So you can either search by a name, or you can scan the QR code from somebody's email if they show it to you on their phone or if they have a printout. Allows for quick check-in of all attendees with tickets from a single purchaser. So let's say that friend that bought, that's like super friend, right, and bought 10 tickets for all of his buddies. We can do a single check-in for all of them, as opposed to your volunteer staff member having to go down and boom, 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 click each 10. Again, as we all know, sometimes that line management can really make or break an event experience, and especially because it's your first touch point that your attendees have when they get on site. Whoops. And volunteers can even use this on their own. So you don't have to, use a lot of, you don't have to invest in technology hardware in order to offer this service. You can just ask your volunteers to quickly download the app. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and again, it's free, and then they can use it themselves. But I am going to go into some pro tips on this, and I'll speak a little bit more about the equipment in a second. So here's my list of things that I want to go over. Bear with me here while I go ahead and switch over to my screen. All right. Okay, so this is what the app looks like when I am about to search for an event. So in this case, I'm gonna click on the search field up at the top, and I'm gonna type in my event. And as you can see, I've been working with a few of these test cases for this specific event, and therefore you can see the multiple ones, and they're already up at the top, and they're my events because I've registered for them. And I'm gonna click on the second one here, which is the one we were looking at before. And now you can see it's going to take me to this event menu, but I'm going to come off of this, and right here are all of my ticket purchases. So I'm just using my finger to scroll down through everybody that has purchased it. Now, obviously, this is easy for me when I only have this many tickets, right? It's under 50. But if you had thousands of tickets, this would not be a great way to find somebody. So instead, you would want to type in a name. This is the first way to look up. So I'm going to type in Kylie. And for those of you that know Australian and British World Pop will appreciate this ticket purchaser, or this ticket holder. And so she is, let's see, so she's got her ticket holder information right here. And then that custom question is sitting right there for with the answer. So if she's getting a shirt at the gate, I know to give that to her right away. And then the green button up here at the check-in, button, I'm going to click on that, and you can see Kylie Minogue has been checked in. I'm going to go back at the top to the ticket arrow there, and let's say, oh, nope, that was not Kylie, that was her sister Danny, also a huge pop star in the world. And we're going to uncheck in Kylie right there. So, and then it'll show now it's green, she has not been checked in. So there's some great management there and ways that are foolproof in case somebody makes a mistake. Now, the other, we talked about with the multiple tickets purchased by one person. So I'm going to bring up Winston, and you can see Winston has 3 tickets that he made when he made his purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and check in all of them. And now you can see all 3 of them have the green check marks next to them. But let's say, oops, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's only 2 of you here right now, and one person's coming later. No problem. I'm just going to go back. Sorry, I'm going to go back and say, that third one, I'm going to uncheck in. I'm going to go back to the ticket view, and you can see now only 2 of them are checked in and 1 is not checked in. So again, mistakes can be fixed, and really quick and easy views to see who's checked in and who hasn't. And I can configure these settings. So I wanted to show you under the settings option, I can set some information presets. So I can say, okay, I want to show first name, last name, email. Maybe I also want to show the city, because maybe a John Smith, there might be multiple John Smiths coming to my event. But John Smith in, Aurora and John Smith from St. Peter's, now I know which John Smith I'm talking to and who I need to check in. And then here's that custom question that I added. So any custom questions that were in the system, I can say, please show that to the volunteer staff when they're viewing the ticket check-in. So, and that was just a recent development we put out a couple of days. There's so much development going on and additional features, which is just so cool. So let's see. Oh, let me go back to those settings. I wanted to show you too, ways that you can make sure that mistakes happen as little as possible. So let's say that we've got 3 days of tickets, and maybe somebody has bought multiple tickets for across 3 days. I don't necessarily want the volunteers to accidentally check in the Saturday ticket for when they're there on Friday. So I can uncheck whatever ticket groups I don't want to appear so that only Friday ones are able to be viewed and actually checked in. So that's pretty cool, right? That's going to make sure that folks that aren't as familiar with your event, but you're relying on to support you at that gate, set them up for success. All right, let's go back to my list here really quick to make sure I have covered everything. Oh, and then scan the QR code. So that's the other way that we can get somebody checked in. So I'm gonna bring you can't see this, but I've got a QR code in my email right now. I'm gonna switch to the camera mode and bam, there it goes. Pete Buttigieg, our Secretary of Transportation, is coming to our craft beer fest. And I'm gonna go ahead and check him in. And there he is with the green mark. So really cool tool. It's helping lots of groups, and I'll say that this, let's move back to okay. So we used this with the sold out Chicago Craft Beer Fest a few weeks ago. And sometimes when you hear nothing, that's the best thing, right? And we heard nothing. And I've had fire alarms, emergencies from other platforms and their check-in apps, and had to get out of bed to go and help them in the past. And we heard nothing. And then I talked to the team that was out on site afterwards, and they said it just moved flawlessly. They didn't even think of it. And what better review of something, right? As far as technology is, you didn't even have to think about it because it just worked exactly as expected.